Spiritual gifts were described in the Bible by the Apostle Paul. Romans, 1 Corinthians, Ephesians, and 1 Peter all contain references to spiritual gifts. Pat Nordrock is now going to tell about a class she and Lois Tulin will offer to help discover God's vision for your life through your spiritual gifts.
Well, Fred, you could not have done a better job of setting us up. We are all precious in God's sight, filled with grace and beauty, and we also are graced with gifts from God. And this is about discerning what your spiritual gifts are. So, proclamation, servanthood, teaching the faith, encouragement. Did you know that the Bible identifies and names at least 20 spiritual gifts? And you just heard the first 4. Have you ever wondered why you gravitate more towards certain ways to put your faith into action? And why perhaps you shy away from other such opportunities? It could have something to do with the fact that you might not know exactly what your spiritual gifts are. This 8-week series will help you to discover and uncover those gifts, explore them, and then maybe to take what you have received from God to give to others. So thanks, Fred, for the setup. Generosity, nurturing leadership, mercy, wisdom. So let's do some nuts and bolts. This is an 8-hour class, and it is facilitated by me and Lois Tulin. Lois, would you stand up or wave? Or each session is 1 hour, and we will be meeting from then 11 to 12 o'clock time on Sunday mornings. Week 1, which is next week, September 15th, is very important to attend. And I would also say that week 4 would probably be the second ranked week, although if people had to miss it, we would try to work something out with you. And that is because we begin by taking a spiritual gifts inventory. So we do have workbooks and we do have homework and we do have all that kind of stuff. Each module, each of the 8 modules, utilizes some presentation, some discussion, some individual reflection, and sometimes some small group time. The Spiritual Gifts Inventory and this series have been developed by Dr. Kenneth Houck, who is the founder of Stephen Ministry. And for any of you out there, and I see a number of you who have experienced any materials, authored by Dr. Houck, they're very well laid out. They're very thorough. They're very organized. It's very easy to follow. So we do come with a workbook for each participant. And the cost of the inventory in the workbook is, we believe, around $17. The workbook is loaded with valuable information. There are follow-up readings and meditations for your enrichment each week. So yes, we do have homework too, but it's not overwhelming. It's just reinforcing and very worthwhile. Jim Hartley led this class several years ago, and participants found it to be very helpful. Some couples took it together, as did some parents and their adult children, and they learned some surprising things about each other's gifts. Participants said that the materials and content were thought-provoking, clarifying, affirming, enlightening, and in some cases revealing. Let's do a few more gifts. Knowing, faith, healings, that's going to be a likely one. Discernment. The Bible tells us these things from Romans. For as in one body we have many members, and not all of the members have the same function. We each have gifts that differ according to the grace given to us. And from 1 Peter, like good stewards of the manifold grace of God, serve one another with whatever gift each of you has received. Each of us have spiritual gifts that are from God and of God. This class is about the unfolding of your gifts, the gradual revelation to you of what your gifts are, the further development of those gifts, and the call that God is extending to you to use your gifts in your everyday living. Christians who discover their spiritual gifts have a clearer, more focused understanding of God's will for their lives, which results in a more mature faith. Tongues, that's That's going to be another lively one. Apostleship, helping, evangelism, shepherding. Which gifts are yours to treasure, to value and share? Come join us and see.